Hey everyone, Chad here, and you're listening to the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast. Everything Maple Leafs, raw and unfiltered, only on the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast. Be sure to check out our website, tipinsportsmedia.com. Welcome to the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast. I'm Chad.
I'm Dale.
We're coming to you Saturday night. Leafs beat the Montreal Canadiens 5-3. Walk into the Bell Center, mustache, 4-point night. 2 goals, 2 assists. The man is, we do not have words for it anymore.
Can you say at this point, man, it's like I've never witnessed anything as a Leafs fan. I've never witnessed this before. They're 14-3-2 to start. That's their record. Every night he's putting in 2 goals. He's just waiting for that hat trick. He almost got the empty netter tonight. We'll get more into him. Let's not go too deep dive into him.
No, I just wanted to start. I mean,
we'll get more into him later.
The best player on the ice.
We'll have plenty more to say about Mustache a little later after we recap the game. But dude.
Leafs win 5-3. Kind of a crazy game. First period was kind of boring.
I thought Freddie Anderson was incredible in the first
period.
Freddie
Anderson was incredible.
He was making 10 bellers like left and right throughout that whole first period, really, I thought. Could have been 3 or 4 nothing Montreal after the first. It wasn't because of Freddie Anderson.
Yeah.
But, a pretty uneventful first period.
But they come out of the first period with a 2-man advantage to start the second period.
That's right.
Montreal took a penalty. Then they did the old cheapo, put the puck over the glass.
Yeah.
Like 2 minutes. Didn't look good. Second period started. I was like, shit, they're going to blow this 5-on-3. But then who comes to the rescue?
No. Dude,
team again?
Right in the slot area. Like, he loves that little off to the side now. He's just like
waves a stick in the air.
He's just like, come on, over here.
Don't fuck around.
Just get it over here as quick as you can. And as soon as it's over there, boom, it's in the net. Like, just rips it home. I'm like, literally, like, I wanna be surprised and stuff, but it's not even a surprise thing now. When I'm watching that, I'm just shaking my head at the TV, like, man, this is ridiculous. I think I literally texted you. I'm like, this Austin Matthews shit is ridiculous right now.
Yeah,
like, it's ridiculous.
I joked on the last podcast, made the prediction that Austin Matthews would score tonight, and we were joking. That's like predicting,
but not really.
February.
Oh, exactly right. Like, yeah, hard to predict that. He's putting it
exactly.
in every night.
It's gonna happen, and then he got 2.
This guy's confident. He almost scored on the empty netter too. He almost had the Hattie. He's due for a Hattie. His 3rd consecutive 2-goal game. But I mean, look, we'll get more into him. We could spend the whole half hour, 40 minutes talking about this guy.
Love this guy.
Just look, man, his confidence right now. Holy hell, dude. Like, we're talking next level shit here, right?
Yeah.
Like,
every time he shoots, he's like, this is
it's going in. Oh, yeah.
It's going in.
Incredible. So anyway, to start the second, boom, boom. Mustache scores his 17th goal of the season. And then 15 fucking seconds later, he's got the puck back again. He hits Thornton. Thornton hits Boyd.
Wide open.
And Boyd buries it. Mustache sets up the second goal, scores the first goal. Boom, boom. It's 2-0 Leafs, just like that. 3 minutes into the second period.
Then the Leafs got a little sloppy. 2
minutes. 2 minutes later, here comes the breakaway show.
I think when you smell blood in the water, you start chasing the points, you start cheating a bit, and they started giving up, like you said, odd man rushes and breakaways. 2 breakaways, 2 Montreal goals. I think they were like 30 seconds apart.
They were. The Leafs 2 goals were literally 15 seconds apart. The Habs came right back down 2 minutes later and scored 2 goals to tie it, like 30 seconds apart. Boom, 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 boom at one end, boom, boom, right back at the other end. So we're like, okay, here we go. Like, that was an interesting start. For 5 minutes into the third, it's 2-2. And the way that it happened was extremely interesting. But so I'm like,
after such an uneventful first period.
But I meant to say this off the top, and I forgot before this game started. Looks like the groin's okay, because Zach Hyman was out there, and he was like, no.
Did you talk to his neighbor?
Neighbor said it was all good.
He wasn't
was very
screaming at his
no.
groin?
It was smooth. There must have been a lot of freezing involved.
Well, that's what you got to do. You get the frozen peas and you put them on the groin.
That's right. You put the peas on the peas and it's all good. But I was good to see Hyman out there for a pregame skate. And yeah, he ends up getting back in. So anyway, so back to the second period.
Mitch Marner.
It's 2-2. And then what happens again? Oh, what's that? 34's got the puck on his stick again. He hits his little buddy Mitch. Mitch goes in, rips it fucking home. 3-2. Austin's in on every goal. All 3 goals so far. 3-2 Leafs.
Great shot by Mitch.
Great shot.
Yeah.
Great shot. And then, so it's 3-2. This seconds winding down, maybe 6 minutes or something left in the second. And here we go again. Here we go again. His second goal of the night. Matthews scores his 18th goal of the season.
My
2
God.
goals a game in his last 3 games now. He's in on all 4 goals. He's got a point. He's in on all 4 goals. 2 goals, 2 assists.
4-point second period.
And it's 4-2 Leafs. And just like that, 18 goals, 29 points. He's 1 point off the 30-point mark. He's 2 goals away from 20.
What can you say about this guy anymore? It's just anyway. Let's finish the recap of the game, and then we're gonna talk mustache.
Well, let's get into this third. So it's 4-2 Leafs at this point, and then here comes the third goal.
Weird
Yeah.
one.
Okay. Did this not look like the Thornton goal disallowed the other night in his return where they hit the pad?
But the puck was behind his leg.
Yeah, but
Thornton-
still, would
Thornton,
it have
was
gone
at
in if?
front.
Okay, fair, but. Okay, so which is worse then? Thornton was going for the puck, not the pad. This guy had to hit the pad to make sure the puck went in the net.
Well, apparently it was a good goal in that regard.
And then it wasn't.
Yeah, it was a.
So which is it?
When they looked at it on, did he push the goalie in or did the puck go in? They're like, no, that's a good goal. But then the Leafs challenge it and they're like, well, was there goaltender interference? They're like,
yeah,
you're right. There was goaltender interference.
So how can
No
they
goal.
say it's a good? This is Kate. Yeah, this is what I don't get.
What were they looking at the first time?
Okay, well,
That
this
they
is what I
didn't
don't
say
get.
Goaltender interference.
Like the Habs come back, they think they score. The refs allow it after the initial review. What was the initial review to see if he pushed the puck in, or what is the initial review?
Yeah, so the initial review was to see if the puck was going in and pushing of the pad didn't force it to go in. So when they
Okay.
looked at the camera view from inside the net, the puck was behind the pad. Basically what the review said was that puck was probably going to go in, or the pushing of the pad had nothing to do with the puck going in the net.
Okay, so I'm thinking that goal is coming back on the initial review. I'm
Right.
like, he hit the
Because
pad.
of the Thornton thing.
Sure,
yeah.
of course. Like it looked almost identical. Dubas
It did,
thought
yeah,
so
it did.
too. Dubas was like,
Oh
"What
my
the hell's
God.
going on here?"
He was
So-
doing all the hand motions in there. He's
Yeah.
he's making the jabbing motion with his.
Yeah, I saw that. But so yeah, man. Like, so I thought, no, this isn't going to count. But sure enough, good goal. They allow it. Then Sheldon's like, wait a second here. Let's check for goalie interference on this one now. So they go right back and they check for goalie interference.
And as soon as he did that, I said out loud, watching the game, I was like, wouldn't they have looked for goaltender interference when they were reviewing it the first time?
I don't like if you're reviewing it and saying it's a good goal, and then 2 minutes later you're reviewing it and saying no goalie interference. That's not, we can't allow that.
Yeah. So like if he hadn't challenged it, that would have been a goal. It would have been 4-3. But because
So
he challenged it, they're like, oh yeah, you're right.
So they reviewed it, said it was good. They challenged it, goalie interference, reviewed it again, no goal.
Said it was no goal.
No goal. So, like, if you're a National Hockey League ref and you within literally a 5-minute span, you say, good goal. Oh, what's that? Okay, let's check that again. Oh, no goal.
No. It was good goal. All right, let's review it. Good goal. Oh, you know what? Let's review it
Do it
again.
again. No goal.
No goal.
Oh, the NHL, man. Love it.
So they got out of the second period, up 4-2. Goal was disallowed. Coming to the third period, take it away.
Well, third period was pretty uneventful too, but
Yeah, it was all the second period tonight.
I thought Freddie made some good saves again in the third.
So did Price.
So did Price. Freddie had some good moments in this game and some not so great moments in this game. I thought Fred was okay. Like, if Leafs fans are screaming for Fred's head tonight, like, figure it out, folks. Like, seriously.
They won the game.
Yeah, and he was
their first place. He's got more wins than any other goalie.
They won the game, and he was a key part of it. Like, going back to what we said in the first period, like, this game could have been ugly early if it wasn't for him. Kept them in it, and all of a sudden they did what they did in the second, and this puppy's over.
Yeah, we just need to be happy.
So, like, Spezza not a lot going on in the third. Spezza makes a nice play to Kerfoot in the back of the net. That's pretty much all she wrote. Habs scored late, made it 5-3, but
after Muzzin took a.
Yeah, Muzzin a little bit at the end of the game there. What was that? Was that a groin?
I'm gonna say that was a head injury.
Oh, okay. Well,
it looked like he took a puck or a stick to the head.
Okay, he left, but it was like maybe it was just because like the game was over.
So anyway, Leafs win.
Man, they got to get
5-3.
control. They got to get control of this groin shit.
So
man.
They lost to Montreal last Saturday in regulation. They picked up a point in the Monday collapse against the Sens. They beat the Sens on back-to-back nights, and now they've beat Montreal. They're back on track with a 3-game winning streak. Everything's good in Leafland.
They should have had all 8, but they blew the Monday night game. But instead, they end up coming away 7 of the 8 points. Should have had all 8, but whatever. They only let 1 point slip. They beat the Habs in regulation, so the Habs didn't get shit tonight. They're 10 points. The Leafs lead the division with 30 points. They lead the NHL with 30 points. First 30-point team in the league. And they're 10 points up on the Montreal Canadiens. They're 8 points up on like the second place Edmonton Oilers. And then Edmonton and Calgary passed the Habs, but it's only because the Habs had the week off, right? So those games they'll catch up. But 8 points up on the second place Oilers, 10 points up on the now 4th place Habs. Playoffs started today. Leafs Habs first round, but like that's a nice cushion there, wouldn't you say? A 14-3-2 start.
Edmonton's played 19 games. Leafs have played 19 games. So the Leafs have 30 points. Edmonton has 22. So they're legitimately 8 points ahead of the Oilers. Winnipeg's played 17 games. They have 21 points. So even if they win the next 2, they're not catching Toronto.
No, the game in hands don't make it.
They don't make a difference. And Montreal has 3 games in hand. That would put them at 26 points, still 4 points behind the Leafs. So they are legitimately first place in the division. Now, when it comes to the league overall, there are teams who could pass them for first overall.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter to us this year.
No,
but it doesn't mean anything.
In the North Division, there's nobody that could pass them right now with games in hand. They are legitimately first place in the North Division.
So this was the 5th meeting this season so far between the Leafs and the Habs. They don't play again until April 7th. So we've got an extended period of time here where we're not going to see the Habs and the Leafs play, but they still have 5 games left against each other.
What it looks like now is Toronto is starting to pull away, and it looks like we were talking having a 4-team race for like to place first, second, third, fourth. You may have the Leafs pull away and then Montreal, Calgary, Winnipeg, Edmonton fighting it out for second, third, and fourth.
Dude, they're close to like we'll get into next week's games.
If the Leafs keep winning, if they keep winning,
like
nobody's going to catch them.
If their record is like 25-1, not 25, I mean like 20 wins,
20
5
wins,
losses,
5 losses,
and like
and
whatever,
two OT losses.
Okay, so you're banking 4 there. There's 42 points right there. You could be fucking 15-20 points up on like the 3rd or 4th place team.
That's what I'm saying. They're slowly just pulling away from everybody else in the North Division. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Hot in the Slot or Hit the Showers.
He's so hot right now. All right, God damn it, let's hit the showers, God damn it.
So this week, man, let's just count to 3 and say it for Hot in the Slot.
Do we even have to?
1, 2, 3.
Mustache. Come on, man. Like, it's
I think we could be doing Hot in the Slot not just for the Leafs, but for the entire fucking league.
Oh yeah,
and it would be Mustache.
Oh, dude. Like, again, just to recap some of the stats here, his 3rd game in a row scoring 2 goals. He missed the one. His goal scoring streak ended, but his point streak kept going. He now is on a 16-game point streak. There's only 2 Leafs in the history of the franchise that are ahead of him with a 17 and an 18-game point streak, and they are Daryl Sittler, and Eddie Olchuk. So he's right there. He's got 16 games. He's got 2 more to go to tie, and he could go to 19 or 20 here and just be like, yeah. Like,
he just set an all-time new record.
Are you telling me that he's like not going to get at least an assist?
The way it's going, man.
We're talking a point streak. I think he's blowing past that point streak. I think he's blowing past it. I'm being dead serious. Like the way this guy's rolling right now, do you see him just being like, oh, I'm just okay. Like I'm going to lose my touch now. He seems on a fucking mission here, Chad. Like he seems on a mission. Like he can't, even if he doesn't score, like he's not going to get an assist. We're just talking the point streak record here.
He's just so hot right now.
He literally had 4 points in 10 minutes in the second period.
If the Leafs get 4 power plays Monday night against Calgary, if they score once on those 4 power plays,
he'll be in on it.
He's probably going to be in on it.
Of course.
And the point streak continues. And more than likely,
I can't
he's
wait
going
to
to be the guy burying it.
Come the end of one. Oh, I can't even wait to see where this goes. I cannot wait to see where this goes. But just to reiterate, so the point streak is impressive, but he sits at 18 goals. He sits at 29 points. He's now sits alone in second spot. Edmonton and Calgary are playing right now, so we'll see the top 2 spots going into tonight where McDavid and Draisaitl. Edmonton has 2 goals on the board, but I don't think McDavid or Draisaitl were in on them, which is insane. But I have the game on in the background. But as far as I know right now, Austin is sitting alone in second place with 29 points. McDavid, I think, has 31 or 32.
32. Mitch Marner's in second in the league.
In what?
In points, he has 30. And Austin's right there, too, at 29 points.
So at least Austin and Mitch sit 2 and 3 in the league in scoring right now.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
And McDavid's number 1.
I wonder if we went, I haven't done this stat. I should have, but I didn't. But I wonder if we prorated, like going back to if you've put the first 12 games of this season and tag it on to the remaining, like what they had left of last season, where I wonder where he would have finished. We can do that for next podcast because I don't have it in front. Unless you want to do the math.
That's a lot of. Well, I'd have to know. I could do the math really quick. But
okay, I guarantee you it's over 50, and I guarantee you it beats Rick Vai's record. I guarantee that. His first 12 games, he's got 18 goals.
Dude, the guy is 100% going to beat Rick Vai's record.
Oh, without a doubt.
Like Rick Vaive, your record is gone.
Without a doubt.
As soon as this team plays a full 82-game season again.
Without a doubt.
Maybe this year. Fuck, who knows?
That would be incredible. Talk about putting a fucking statement on it.
But let's get into hit the showers. Who, Dale, this week needs to hit the goddamn showers?
Look, man, here's the thing with hit the showers for me. Team's been playing well. I've liked a lot of things, like some guys that we've previously called out have been doing some good things lately. One guy who we previously called out who has still continued to do shit other than just get demoted and demoted and demoted. Dude, Jimmy Vesey. How many more chances is this guy going to get? Started on the second line. They gave him some time on the first line. Drop him to the third line. Now on the wing on the fourth line. How many times? You're almost out of chances here, Jimmy. Almost out of chances.
Your next bump is the taxi squad.
I have not liked fuck that. Marley's, dude. I'm taking him out of the taxi squad. Robertson's coming back up. VC, you're not even on the taxi squad. You're just hit the Marleys, dude.
Or
put him
gone.
Wave him. I don't, at this point, I would just wave the guy. I don't care. Like, you could get Galchenyuk in there or get Robertson back up. Like, get somebody else in. Enough of this Jimmy VC bullshit. I've had enough of this guy. I haven't seen anything out of him. But they've gave him nothing but chances to succeed with top guys, and he's failed every time. I'm sorry, man. Hit the showers, Jimmy VC. Like, I've had enough about. Had enough. I'm sick of talking about this guy because he's not doing shit. At least Kerfoot and Mikheyev, they've done a few things lately. VC, he's just slipping down further.
Yeah, he's not really fitting in on the
hit
team.
The showers, Jimmy VC. I'm done with this guy. I'm
not
even
gonna get into it. You hit. He was my pick for hit the showers, and you hit every point there.
I'm done. We're done with this guy, right? Like, do we need to see anything else from Jimmy VC?
I'm pretty sure that's why they made the Galchenyuk trade. Is I think Dubas is done with this guy. I love this team. This may be one of the best Leafs teams I've seen in a long time. Like, I just feel as a team. Last year, did you kind of feel, I know with Babcock and everything, but they never got going, like winning 3 games in a row. Remember how hard that was last year?
Oh,
it was
dude.
such a fucking struggle. They win 2, lose 1, win 1, lose 1. And it was this year.
They've lost 2 in a row. No, I don't even think they've lost 2 in a row in regulation.
No, this year it just seems like they're just rolling, and they got good pieces on the team. Like, I can really picture this team going on a deep playoff run. Lots of character guys. Jimmy Vesey, I don't know where he fits. I don't know where he fits on this team.
I don't think he does. Like, I think the experiment's over. They gave him more than an ample opportunity to succeed.
Like you said,
with
he played with the Matthews and Martyr. He's played
on every line.
Tavares.
They've had him on every line because of injuries. They were like, okay, we'll try you here. We'll try you here. We'll try you here.
Just not working, man.
He hasn't succeeded anywhere that they put him. And he's not even doing a great job on the 4th line. So the next step is, okay, we made a mistake here. We're done with this guy. Like, it's over. We don't need to see anymore. Hit the showers, VC. We're done with you.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we are going to get into a few more things. We're going to tee up next week. And also, stay tuned. We have a brand new segment coming. Oh, you are going to love this shit.
Yeah, we've been sitting on this one for a while. It's making its debut tonight, and I think it's going to be a classic.
Oh, it's going to be a great new segment. All right, we'll be back after this.
Chad, what's the matter?
Well, Dale, I guess I've just been feeling a little down, because like I love podcasting, but I find there's something missing. There's got to be something else that I love other than just podcasting.
Chad, wipe those tears away. There's only 2 things I know how to do. I never get down. I love podcasts just as much as you. The second thing I love is porn, but not just any porn, specifically Brazzers.com.
Brazzers.com?
That's right, Brazzers.com.
What is it?
Take a little sneak peek at Brazzers.com. Why don't you bring it up right now?
I can't look at this on my computer. Is there any way I could watch it in private on my phone?
Absolutely. Privacy settings galore. Brazzers.com has all your pornography needs.
Well, this is great. I am so much happier now. Brazzers.com. Thanks, Dale.
You're welcome, Chad. Brazzers.com.
All right, we're back. So, Dale, where do you want to go with this?
Okay.
Before we tee up the new segment.
Before we hit the new segment, couple quick things I want to get to. Couple individual players. One, Travis Boyd. What do you think? What do you think of Travis Boyd?
He's been all right.
Has he done enough to be a regular in this lineup? Is he a guy that you could still see coming out, or do you think other guys should come out before him?
I mean, he's done more than Jimmy Vesey.
Right. Yeah, Vesey's coming out for me.
Before Jimmy Vesey should come out. Other than that, no. I mean, when Wayne Simmons comes back, I would take Jimmy Vesey out.
Okay, so hang on. So I'm just going to
if you're going to bring Nick Robertson back in, Boyd goes out.
Okay, so
for me.
So I'm going to get to that in a minute. But Boyd's played well. For me, I think Boyd's looked pretty decent. Okay. Barabanov seems to be in no man's land, almost like a forgotten, like he just can't even get a sniff right now. Is this experiment over too, or do you see him getting back in?
I don't see him getting back in.
It doesn't look that way.
He wasn't that good. You're winning right now. Like, you don't fuck with the chemistry. The only things I think that are going to happen is Vesey's going to come out, and when Wayne Simmons comes back, Boyd will come out.
Right. Okay.
I don't see Barabanov coming back into the lineup. Why?
No, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Jason Spezza. Talked about this briefly last podcast, but I wanted to dive a little deeper on this. I think I said last podcast, but I don't know how deep we went into this. Like, Thornton's older than Spezza, and he's playing He's playing on the top line. Like he's playing, I don't know how many minutes a night, but he's playing. They have no problem putting an older Joe Thornton on the top line with their two best players. Tavares and Nylander had been struggling, still are. They both scored the last game against Ottawa, but tonight again, not so great. Those two.
No, they're out of sync. They're out of sync. Those two.
Do you not think? Okay, so they decided to put revolving door of guys we're trying with these guys: Hyman, Kerfoot, Mikheyev. Like it's revolving door. Who have they not tried up there? Jason Spezza. Yeah. What would be the harm of? Okay, like yeah, he's younger than Joe Thornton. So you're telling me Joe can play on your top line?
I don't know. I think they're trying to give some stability to the lineup
because of how Nylander and Tavares have been playing, which has not been that great. Why not put a guy up there that can make shit happen? Like Hyman can do that, but so can Spezza. Give Spezza. But my whole point is they're doing it with Thornton. Why are they so hesitant to do it with Spezza? At least in the meantime, Will Simmons is injured. I just do not understand it. It gives you a different look. You can set up your bottom six differently. I would like to see that this week, to be honest with you. I would like to see that. To me, it makes sense. Do you come on.
I'm totally on board. If that's what they want to do,
give it a shot. Give it a shot.
Totally on board.
Give it a shot, Keith. Come on.
Maybe try Galchenyuk on the wing with Tavares and Nylander.
Back to playing with some skilled guys?
Yeah.
Not the worst idea.
You know, the guy was a third overall pick, and that's probably why he still gets a chance.
30 goal scorer in the league, man. Guy scored 30 goals. Like, you're going to try VC there, but you won't give Galchenyuk a shot there? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Does it?
Why would you give up? You were a huge fan. If you go back and listen to our podcast before, you have been raving about Korshkov for
love everything about the guy. Love everything about the guy. And you can vary the puck. He's got size. He can skate. I love everything about him. There's nothing I don't like about him.
You were super pissed that they traded him for Galchenyuk.
Well, I think it's a dumb trade because Galchenyuk has no future with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
No, but if he can come in and fill that void on the wing until Simmons gets back, might be a trade well worth it.
I guess. You're going to need cheap bodies like, I don't know. But we'll see what happens to Korshkov. Yeah. Maybe he's in his mid-20s now. Maybe he doesn't pan out. But
it's kind of funny that you don't even hear about Galchenyuk since he's joined the team.
No, not at all. But like this guy's on his last legs, right? Like everybody knows that. Like this is probably it for him. This is
oh my god. If you can't come into the first place team in the NHL and say they play him with Tavares and Nylander, if you can't produce, you're done.
I wonder if they're thinking that. That's an interesting. I didn't think of playing him that high up, but I mean, I would.
Why
give
not?
It a shot. Yeah, why not? Why not?
You're putting VC there. You're putting fucking all these other people there.
I agree. You
get that going. Who knows? But we don't know because I haven't heard dick about what the hell's happening with Galchenyuk. They traded for this guy. He went straight to the taxi squad, and that's it.
One last thing before we hit the segment.
Last thing.
We're going to end on the new segment. One last thing. Mr. Babcock has himself a new job.
He is back.
Going back to Saskatchewan to coach the university hockey team in Saskatchewan. Mike Babcock is back, and he's doing it on a volunteer basis for the next 2 years so he can continue to cash his Maple Leafs checks without any problems.
So volunteer, I will make $6.5 million a year to coach the University of Saskatchewan.
Yeah, smart move, Babs. Keep that Leafs money coming.
Suck and get back into coaching.
Get back into coaching. So, hey, man, when I saw that news today, I'm like, really? He's going to be coaching there for 2 seasons? Okay, I'm sure those young guys are really going to love that.
All right, let's move on. Our new segment. Dale, do you want to explain? You explain this segment to our listeners.
Here comes the much anticipated new segment for the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast. Okay, here it is, folks. Here's the rundown. We have got a new segment called Wet Puck or Dry Stick. Chad and I will throw back questions to each other, hypothetical scenarios, what we would like to see, what we wouldn't like to see, some different things, and we are going to answer them with if we like the question, or we think that's a good thing, we think it should go that way, we're going to say wet puck. Wet puck is good. If we don't like it, like, no, that's not a good idea, that's a terrible idea, don't like that, that is going to be dry stick.
So like a no.
A no. Wet puck is a yes, or I like it, or yeah, I could see that happening. Dry stick is a no, or I don't like it, or no, I don't think that's going to happen. And that leads us to our debut segment of
Wet puck or dry stick. All right, here it is. Wet puck or dry stick. So how this is going to work, we're going to ask each other a couple questions. Do you want me to ask the first question? You want to ask the first question?
go ahead. Go ahead.
You want me to shoot the first question?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Are you ready for this?
Ready.
We kind of touched on this already in the podcast, but I'm still going to ask you. The Leafs traded for Alex Galchenyuk. Do you see Galchenyuk being a part of this team in the playoffs or just a taxi squad rider? Is he a wet puck or just a dry stick?
Do I see Galchenyuk playing for the Leafs come playoffs?
Like when the games matter, when we get into April and like you say, everyone's healthy and they are trying to beat the shit out of other teams and get to the Final Four. Is Galchenyuk, did they trade so this guy can be a part of this team? Is this guy a wet puck or is Galchenyuk a dry stick?
The debut question on wet puck or dry stick.
What do you think?
I have to say, this is a very dry stick for me. A very dry stick. I do not think he will be a key contributor for the Leafs in the playoffs. I'm not sure if he's even in the lineup come playoff time. Alex Galchenyuk is a dry stick for me.
What do you got for me?
Heavy hitting right out of the gates here, okay? Heavy hitting right out of the gates. Kyle Dubas will make a significant trade to bolster the roster. I'm not talking bottom six. I'm talking Kyle Dubas will bring in a top six forward to help this team down the stretch run and into the playoffs. Wet puck or dry stick?
Dry stick. And here's why. Not that Kyle Dubas doesn't want to, but when you are first place in the NHL, you don't want to fuck with the chemistry that much. Also, you're so tight against the cap. It's a dry stick all day long. It's a dry stick all day long.
I have to agree on that. It's a dry stick. I don't see how they could fit it in. A significant move. Maybe he does make a deal for somebody that at a cheap price that can come in and help down the lineup. I don't see him making a significant move for like a Sam Bennett or somebody like that. I don't even know if I want Sam Bennett, but like somebody that would maybe could play in the top six. I don't see it. And we're basically talking about playing on the wing with Tavares and Nylander here. That's the spot we're basically talking about. Yes. I think they can fill that in-house with Simmons. So I do not think Dubas makes a significant trade to bolster the top six. It's a dry stick.
Well, Dale, can I ask you a question? Is this a wet puck or a dry stick? Auston Matthews has been scoring at a rate we have never seen before. Unbelievable. But yet, in his entire career, he only has 2 hat tricks. One, his very first game scoring 4 goals, and another one after that. Does Auston Matthews get a hat trick this year? Wet puck or dry stick?
Oh my God. Without any hesitation, that puck is as wet as it comes. That is the wettest puck of all pucks. Dude, that is a very wet puck. This guy is just It's on the it's right there, man. He is right there. So many 2-goal games. He is right there and ready for that hat trick. Oh my God. I see a couple hat tricks in
A couple hat tricks.
I see a couple
He's only
hat
got
tricks.
2 in his entire career.
I see him equaling that at least
So you
this
see
season.
multiple wet pucks.
I see multiple wet pucks in 34's future. Guaranteed. Very, very, very juicy wet puck.
Hit me,
To stay on the Austin Matthews train
of
for
course.
the next question. Okay. Will Austin Matthews or Mitch Marner win one of either the Art Ross, the Rocket, the Hart, or the Selke, 4 of the top trophies in the league this season? Wet puck or dry stick?
That is a wet puck. A wet puck. I think by the time April rolls around, Austin Matthews might have the Rocket Richard already locked up. That puck is already soaking right now. And we're not even halfway through the season. So yeah, that is a wet puck right here. One of those two guys winning a trophy at the end of the year, the way they're wet puck.
One of the major trophies. Look,
Wet
man,
puck, man.
Look, man. For me, this puck is so wet it's squirting all over the place. You can't take the wetness away from this.
Come on.
It's going to happen. Either Mitch or Austin will win one of the Art Ross, the Rocket, the Hart, or the Selke. The puck is soaking wet on this. It's going to happen. Bank it, wet puck.
Woo. All right, this is my last question. I only have 3.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's all right. I got one more and then a bonus. A bonus question.
Bonus. So Dale, there have been some Leaf records that we have talked about. This is another mustache question.
Of course.
There have been some Leaf records we have talked about. No Toronto Maple Leaf in the history of this team has scored 60 goals in a season. Will Austin Matthews be the first Maple Leaf to hit 6-0 in a season? Not this season. Can he do it?
Okay. Honestly, the way this guy's playing now and just his mindset and the way he's maturing and the way things are progressing, everything is heading in that direction. I am going to say within the next 3 seasons, he will have a 60-goal season. That is a wet puck all day long. It's very wet.
But Austin Matthews will
wet.
be the first Leaf in history to score 60.
I believe he will. I'm putting a very wet puck on that 100%.
Oh my God.
I'm wet pucking that puppy all day long.
Bonus question. Will he hit 50 in a 56 game season? Wet puck or
Man.
dry stick?
Man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. A lot of things need to go
He's
right.
at 18 right now.
It's trending that way. Oh, man, it's tough. That's tough. I want to say
Maybe a semi-wet puck.
It's semi-wet. It's in the middle. Like it's the dry stick is getting lubed. It's like it's right lubed and right ready to happen. But man, that's so hard to do. Like I don't know if that's ever been done in the history of the game before.
Well, Gretzky.
You know
Gretzky
what?
scored 50 in 39. Matthews would have to score at a pace kind of like that because he's already missed a game, so he can only play 55 games.
That's right. That's right. Because of the way it's set up with in the North Division, and they're going to be playing Ottawa much more times, and some of the teams like Vancouver, and who knows what's up with Calgary and Edmonton, and I believe there is a chance this happens. I want to see the history in this. I think it would be absolutely incredible for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm going wet puck. Yeah, why not? Look at he's almost got to. He's sitting at 18 now. He's got all of March left. He's got all of April left. A week in May. I don't see any reason why this guy can't do it.
Every time the puck touches his stick, it's as wet as it comes.
Soaking wet. Might not happen, but it might run dry eventually.
So you're hearing it.
It might go dry.
Dale is saying wet puck. He will be not only the first 60 goal scorer within the next 3 years for the Toronto Maple Leafs. In the history of the team, he's also going to hit 50 this year, and they're only playing 56 games. Wet puck.
Very wet. So
All right.
wet.
What do you
We'll
got? for me?
see. We'll see what happens.
What do
But
you got
that's,
for me?
I'm a homer, and that's where I'm at on this. I think he's going to do it. I think he can do it. His puck's very wet right now. He loves the wet
Ooh, it's
pucks.
wet.
Loves the wet puck.
What do you got for me?
Okay, so last question before the bonus question. Ready?
Ready.
If the Leafs win the North Division and finish first overall in Sheldon Keefe's first season as Toronto Maple Leafs head coach, will Sheldon Keefe be nominated for the Jack Adams? Not necessarily win it, but if the Leafs finish first in the North and first overall, does Sheldon Keefe get a nomination in his first season as coach of the Leafs for the Jack Adams?
Tough. I'm going to go dry stick. Reason? The Jack Adams tends to go to coaches that overachieve. And when your team on paper is pegged as one of the best teams in the league and you finish as one of the best teams in the league, you usually don't get too much credit for that. When your team is pegged to be a middle of the pack and you win your division, if the Vancouver Canucks won the North Division and were first overall, Travis Green would for sure be nominated for Jack Adams. If the Toronto Maple Leafs win the North Division and are first overall in the NHL, I don't think he even gets nominated.
Yeah, okay. Like
That's
a team that has a season that they maybe shouldn't have. Okay, I understand that.
Even the nominees, if you look at Jack Adams' past nominees, it usually goes to people who like shatter President Cup records, or it goes to guys who take no-name teams and take them, like John Tortorella taking the Columbus Blue Jackets, who were supposed to be a loser, to the second round of the playoffs. That's who it goes to. It doesn't go to guys like John Cooper or...
It has, though, and this is why on this one I'm going to say if the Leafs win the North and they finish first overall, he may not win the Jack Adams.
No, he won't win. You're right.
I'm going wet puck. I believe he does.
Okay, you're right.
The Toronto Maple Leafs,
he will get nominated. You're right. If they win first overall, he'll get. He's not going to win though. He won't win.
No, I don't think he will win. Like maybe Mustache comes back. The other Mustache, Quenneville, Florida's been playing pretty well, but maybe the team sneaks in there. But I think if those two things happen, they win the North and they finish first, I do not know how you could look past a first-year head coach, even with the talent on the roster. I don't know how you could look past the first-year head coach and not nominate him for the award. I'm going wet puck on that. I'm going wet puck.
Follow-up question, wet puck or dry stick. Should Kyle Dubas have made this change in coaching before last season?
Oh, my God.
After the Leafs lost to Boston again, should he have kicked Babcock to the curb? If you look, Keefe's record has been phenomenal since he's taken over. Should he have not wasted September, October, November of last year and just kick Babcock to the curb and put Keefe in right away? Wet puck, dry stick.
Puck doesn't get any wetter for me on that one. Does not get any wetter. Of course he should have did it, man. But I don't believe it was his call. I think that Shanahan had something to do with it. They owed Babcock a lot of money. They're like, let's give him another chance, blah, blah, blah. I think if Dubas had his way, he would have done it. But I think he was cut off by Shanny and maybe some higher ups.
Dubas's puck was wet.
Dubas's puck was super wet.
But the guys above them had dry sticks.
I think that's what I think on that one. Yeah.
Well, that's what that happens sometimes.
Okay, so here's the bonus.
All right, hit me.
And this is it to wrap up the debut segment of wet puck, dry stick. Staying on kind of what you just said there. Mr. Babcock, old friend of the show, party hard, party right, will be back in the NHL after his 2 years volunteering for the head coach of Saskatchewan University. Mike Babcock will be back in the NHL immediately following his stint, volunteering for the coach of Saskatchewan University.
Wet puck. It's the NHL, man. It's the NHL. He will be back. Yeah, wet puck. Will he be a head coach? I don't know. But
he would never do anything other than that. He would never take a job if it wasn't a head coach. And I have to disagree with you on this.
Would he take like a Paul McLean job where he's up in the
I don't think so.
Press box?
Who are we talking about here? Who are we talking
Mike
about?
Babcock.
No, there's no way.
Will he be a head coach?
He's front and center. He's front and center, or he's nothing. I'm dry stick on this all day long.
Oh man, he will be back.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll revisit this in a couple years. I'm very dry stick on
this.
There
will be some general manager, some owner that looks at his resume and takes a chance on it.
Okay, my stick could not be drier on this. Could not be drier. And look, man, best of luck in Saskatchewan, Mike. I hope you help those university kids out. I think your days in the league as a head coach are over. Enjoy your Leafs money for the next 2 seasons. My stick is dry on you, Mr. Cock. Good night.
All right. Well, that was our new segment, Wet Puck or Dry Stick. We're going to pull that out once in a while and just ask each other some questions and get to know each other a little better, I guess. Anything else you want to get to this week?
No, man. We got to end it right on that. You queue up next week and whatever. We're out of here.
So at least played Monday, Wednesday against Calgary. Then they're heading out to the West Coast, and they got a 3-gamer starting Saturday night in Edmonton. All the games this week will be on at 7 o'clock Eastern time, but then after that, they will be 10 o'clock starts, which I don't understand because Alberta's only 2 hours behind us. Why can't it start at 9 o'clock? But
yeah,
whatever.
So when will we be back then? Probably after Saturday?
Yeah, we'll be back after the Edmonton Oilers game Saturday night. For the Tip It Maple Leafs podcast, don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the Tip It Maple Leafs podcast, on YouTube at the Tip It Maple Leafs podcast. Hit like, hit subscribe, and Twitter, Tip It Maple Leafs podcast. Email us at tipinpodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget to check out our website, www.tipinsportsmedia.com. You can find everything you want about the podcast. Find any place to listen to it. Check out our YouTube clips. Why not pick up a t-shirt while you're there? And until next Saturday, we will
catch you later.
Catch you later.
Go Leafs, go boys, keep it rolling.